Donald Trump gave a long answer about January 6th yesterday. We talked earlier about how Donald Trump, Kamala Harris wants now to run against Trump's the danger Trump poses to the Republic. That is no more vivid and no more tactile to voters than January 6th and election denialism. So now you've had this week J.D. Waltz saying Trump won the election.
JD
You've
Vance.
had J.D. Vance, thank you, J.D. Vance, and you've
Tim Walz
had
lied about other things.
and you had Donald Trump yesterday at his town hall with Univision giving an extended, cartoonish answer about January 6th. He might as well have called all the people convicted of crimes patriots and pledged to pardon them. That's about the only thing he left out. So, Sean, if you know your opponent wants to run against you on an unpopular position that you've taken in the past, why would do what he did? Is it because he's undisciplined? Is it because he's stubborn? Is it because he believes it? Why would he give it? We're not going to show it because we don't have time.
Yeah,
But why would
I'll
he
say is,
why would he
look,
embrace all of his January 6th unpopular positions and lies?
all I'm going to say on this is I believe that he can't help but defend this issue. This is something that he.
But what does that mean? I'm sorry to interrupt, like I'm Brett Baer, but what do you mean he can't help it? Because he's
I
personally.
mean, look, you saw, I said this before in the debate. He gets, if you go one, fact, your tie is ugly. He goes, my tie is the greatest tie. Like, he can't help himself. You saw that question. If you haven't watched the Univision, I know it's a long one, but the guy goes off and says, hey, I was a Republican. I'm not voting for you. And here's 5 reasons why, one of which was January 6th. He could have pivoted to anything and said, look, my record when it came to unemployment and helping this country, keeping us safe, protecting us, blah, 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 was solid. I think you should look up. I mean, the guy gave him a litany of things that he could have responded to as to why he was a former Republican. And he ended the question with, I want you to tell me why I should vote for you, right? He should have just said, here's why you should vote for me. He took the bait. He shouldn't do that. Right. That's the bottom line. I think in that particular time, he chose, of all of the things on that menu, here are the things that I have a problem with, with why, he talked about the previous people who weren't supporting him and And Trump chose January 6th to respond to. It was not the one that you should have picked.
All right.
He cannot help himself. He
Yeah.
can never, ever give an inch. He has to dominate and project strength at all times. He can't help himself. And that's why she says, I don't want to go back.